Dear ones, the general education sector in Kerala today excels in our country. The intervention of the state government under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Sri Pinarayi Vijayan were crucial to revitalize the general education scenario. The General Education Rejuvenation Campaign implemented during 2017-2021 imprinted grand impacts to revamp this sector. As part of this, we have been able to achieve many infrastructure and academic achievements in the field of general education. Our teachers, students, parents and the general public worked together to materialize a number of innovative academic practices in the arena which are being discussed around the world today as part of raising our schools to international standards. We have identified 24 innovative academic initiatives covering various districts in Kerala in 4 categories, namely lower primary, upper primary, high school and higher secondary, just before the COVID pandemic scenario. A committee of academic experts screened all these projects and we present them as testimonies of academic excellence from government and aided schools in Kerala. We documented such innovative practices in written as well as digital form for future posterity and other educational institutions as sharing of best practices. Proper convergence of various academic institutions including DGE, Samagra Shiksha Kerala, KITE, State Institute of Educational Technology and DIETS were ensured during the selection and documentation of these academic initiatives. I formally present these digital documents and congratulating all those people who involved for materializing this venture. Thank you.
The Ezhamkulam Government LPS has adopted a unique strategy in this regard, initiating the first level learners to the numerous intricacies of systematic learning of social sciences. The Government LPS Ezhamkulam is situated in Ezhamkulam Grama Panchayat in Pathanamthitta district. The school has a history of 125 years. About 220 students study here. The school with its unique initiatives is a forerunner in many experimental educational practices. An example of such practices is the school radio station Madhuravani. Madhuravani means a sweet voice. A typical day at the school begins with a daily news program by the students.
Ezhamkulam GLPS has been organizing best practices over the last few years. This year's innovative project was to conduct field trips and visits to places of historical significance. A project named Charitra Smaragangalude, a trip to historical monuments based on a lesson prescribed for the Standard 5 students was undertaken. The project was titled after the lessons prescribed for the students and offered a golden opportunity to visit the historical sites and know more about the culture of the land.
The study tour conducted by Government LPS Ezhamkulam was a good example of the benefits the students get while participating in it. Such educational tours that involve both the students and the teachers create a novel learning atmosphere. Moreover, learning becomes easy and attractive. Mannadi village is located in Kadambanadu Panchayat of Pathanamthitta district. The ancient Mannadi temple is situated on the banks of river Kallada in this region. The rulers of ancient Mannadi region were known as Vakurinipura Pandarams. The historical significance of this place is that Chempagaraman Velayudan, popularly known as Veluthambi Dalava, spent his last days in the Valiyaveda Taravada of Mannadi. Veluthambi, son of Valiyamma Pilla Tangachi, Talakkulam House of Kanyakumari district, served as Dalava of Travancore from 1802 to 1809. In course of time, he became hostile to the British. He exhorted the king and the people against paying taxes to the British. The British had differences with Palya Tachan of Kochi regarding collection of taxes. Veluthambi fought against the British in association with Palya Tachan. This was the first ideal resistance against the British in Kerala. The field trip was designed in such a manner as to enable the students to gain first-hand experience about what they learned in the classroom. This way, they can develop a deeper understanding of the history and culture of their locality. The students learn how to prepare themselves to visit historical monuments and appreciate related ideas from a very young age.
Veluthambi was the Prime Minister of the erstwhile Travancore Kingdom. Due to many administrative and personal reasons, he gained a lot of enemies. Subsequently, he went into hiding and committed suicide at Mannadi. This place is famous because of this patriot and the memories it carries. This will initiate a sense of history and patriotism in you all.
Koduman is a very ancient and historically significant village of Pathanamthitta district. This land, as old as the Sangha period, is also known as Swarnabhumi, land of gold. Shaktibhadra was the king of Koduman who belonged to the Chinirkara dynasty. Evidence regarding this dynasty can be found in the palm leaf manuscripts recovered from Manipura Madham, Mannadi. Shaktibhadra is historically renowned as the author of Ashchirya Chudamani, the pioneering South Indian poem in Sanskrit. This poem, based on the Ramayana, was a fitting reply to the long-standing allegation that there were no worthy Sanskrit poets in South India. Shaktibhadra was a contemporary of Shankaracharya. Besides acquiring historical knowledge, the students equipped themselves with additional skills. The field trip aimed to develop leadership quality, organizational skills, and behavioral skills from a very young age itself. Moreover, it also enabled them to interact with elderly scholars. In this method, the teaching-learning process becomes more attractive.
Shaktibhadran lived in the 8th century. Now it's the 21st century, so just think about the ancient times.
Koduman Shaktibhadran Memorial was constructed in memory of poet Shaktibhadran in 1984. It features a memorial, a statue, and palm leaf manuscripts. Koduman G. Gobinathan Nair, Dr. K.P. Nair, and Adoor Ramachandran Nair took initiative to construct this monument, which was inaugurated by the Maharaja of Travancore, Sri Uttradam Tirunal Marthandavarma, on 29 November 1996. This field trip helped develop a historical sense and patriotic feelings in the students.
I am very happy that the school conducts such excellent programs for the benefit of the students.
Devasri N.P. Nambyadiri, who translated the Ashirya Chudamani, visited the school and interacted with the students. The students prepared a travel magazine describing their visit and released it in the presence of their parents. The students said that the trip was a very memorable experience to them. The educational tour conducted today rendered knowledge and more information. They could know about Veluthambi Dalava and a lot of historical monuments.
We conducted an educational tour based on the textbook of Class 5. The children were able to identify the historical monuments at Mannadi and Kodaman. Learning is not just confined to the books and the four walls of the classroom. This is a model for other schools.
The people of the locality responded positively to the activities of the school.
The educational tours are conducted based on the topics from the textbook. It is well managed. Parents and the people of the locality show their interest in such activities. The children too are interested in these activities.
The general education mission of Kerala government has instilled hope in academic sectors through its various projects and plans. Ezhamkulam Government LPS sets a perfect example for this.